Hello, welcome everyone who's. I'm just going to take a moment to cleanse the space. So welcome. So welcome. So welcome everyone. So welcome everyone. Oops, sorry about that. Welcome everyone. If you're stopping by or you're just kind of scrolling through, I hope you're having a great day today. I hope you do something today to take care of yourself. We're going to be doing a little yoga practice today. And the yoga practice for today, we're calling it yoga to ground. So the type of yoga we're going to be doing is very like easy going. We're going to do some yoga asanas. We're going to stretch a little, kind of move our spine, take care of our body with some gentle movements. And then after that, we'll end in shavasana. We'll lie still and just kind of be in stillness for a little bit. And then afterwards, we're going to do a little bit of breath work. So if you have like 25, 30 minutes or so that you're able to spare to set aside to do something to take care of yourself, to give yourself that love, that TLC that you so deserve. And then throughout the practice, I did leave my Cash App link if you want to leave a tip or anything. It's never expected, but always, always, always appreciated. So if you are able to set aside some time to do a little yoga practice today, then you are welcome here, and I'm grateful that you could be here. And again, if you're just stopping or kind of passing through, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And like I said, I hope you are doing something today to take care of yourself. Drink some water, say something nice to yourself. Maybe even say something nice to someone else as well. Yes. No. That's my daughter. I don't like her to be on the internet like that, so. I'll be done in like 30 minutes or so, and then I'll come out. And if there's any questions or comments at all before we get started, we're more than welcome to. Normally I do turn the comments off, especially because like I don't have a moderator. But right now yoga is kind of like what I'm doing as far as like making money. So I want to keep the comments on just so if anyone would like to donate or leave a tip, that they'll be able to see my comment that I left. So I'll give it another like 3 minutes or so before we get started. And for the practice today, you really don't need anything fancy. I'm using a yoga mat. However, it's really not necessary to use a yoga mat. If you want to use like a blanket, you could even use like a towel, or simply just using the earth is good enough as well. Whatever you have available. And once again, the yoga practice that we're going to be doing, it's very much easy going. We're just going to kind of move our spine, just kind of noticing what we're noticing in our body, noticing how we're feeling. And then afterwards, we'll end in shavasana. We'll lie down for a little bit and be in stillness. And then afterwards, we will end the practice with a little bit of pranayama, some breath work. So I'll probably get started in about a minute or so. So if you have 20, 25, 30 minutes that you're able to set aside to do something to give yourself love, and to take care of yourself, then that's what we'll be doing here today. And like I said, no worries if not. If you're just kind of passing through, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day and you do something else to take care of yourself or to give yourself that love. So let me turn a playlist on real quick. I don't know if you can hear it very well. All right, with all that being said, let me make sure. Excuse me. All right, so I believe we are ready. So we'll go ahead and get started with the practice today. So we'll make our way onto our mat. And again, if you don't have a mat, that's totally fine. If you have a towel or a blanket that you would like to use to sit on, you're more than welcome to. And we'll begin the practice coming into an easy seated position. So you can come into a crisscross applesauce. You could even like straighten your legs out in front of you if it's not comfortable to cross your legs. Or what I like to do sometimes as well is to sit up on my knees and sit my hips back onto my heels. And then wherever you're at, you can place your hands on the tops of your knees. You can place your hands on the tops of your thighs. Or you could even place one hand on top of the other in your lap. But there's really no right or wrong here. It's just kind of feeling what feels comfortable for you today. And we're going to take a few moments here to just notice how we're feeling in the space today. So I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze if it's comfortable. And from here, we'll begin to just notice how we're feeling. So maybe noticing how the earth feels underneath your seat. Noticing any kind of sensations in your body. Noticing how your hands feel. Noticing the breath as you inhale through the nose. Noticing the breath as you exhale through the nose. Maybe even noticing any thoughts that are coming to your mind in this moment. And from here, and with your eyes closed or your gaze softened, we'll begin to either bring our hands to prayer to our hearts. You could also place both hands on your heart, or maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. We're going to take a moment here to express some gratitude for the day. So, what is something you're grateful for in this moment? And maybe if you can't think of something to be grateful for, know that that's totally okay. And maybe even starting with just being grateful for the breath. Being grateful for the breath is a lovely place to start. And from here, we'll take a few cleansing deep breaths before we invite movement into our body. So keeping your hands where they're at, we'll take a deep inhale through the nose and slowly sigh it out through the mouth. Do that again. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Watch the belly expand. And slowly sigh it out through the mouth. And last one, take a deep inhale through the nose. Watch the belly rise, the ribs expand. And sigh it out through the mouth. You can release your hands. And then if your eyes are closed or your gaze is softened, gently begin to bring your eyes open. And then from here, slow and with control, we'll begin to make our way into standing. So it doesn't matter how you get there. And take your time getting there. There's no rush at all. And once we come into standing, we're going to bring our feet a little wider than hips width distance apart. And from here, we're just going to begin to kind of shake the body. So maybe you want to shake the wrist, open and close the palms, maybe do a few circles with the wrist. You want to do a few circles with the ankles. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then option here, something that I like to do is to allow my arms to hang heavy and then to begin to swing side to side. Swing it into a little twist here. And again, just kind of allow your arms to hang, swinging your arms. This just helps to gently wake up the spine here. And if you did take this variation, swinging your arms, just being aware of the breath here. Being aware as you inhale through the nose. Being aware as you exhale through the nose. And you can move as fast or slow, whatever is comfortable with you today. And then wherever you're at, we'll begin to slow down our movements, coming back into a neutral position. And from here, we're going to do a few shoulder rolls. So you can keep your feet wherever they're at, or you can bring them hip width distance apart, or maybe even feet together, so your choice. And on an inhale, we'll begin to slowly squeeze our shoulders towards our ears, lift the elbows. And then exhale, roll the shoulders down the back, allow the shoulder blades to touch behind you, and open the chest. Again, inhale, squeeze the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, roll the shoulder down the back. Last one, inhale, squeeze your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders down the back, opening the chest. From here, we're going to stretch our neck out a little. So coming into a neutral position, imagine that your chin is parallel to the earth. We'll take a big inhale here. And then on an exhale, slowly begin to look down, tuck your chin into the chest, and noticing any sensations in the body. Inhale, slowly begin to look up, move the chin away from the chest. And then on an exhale, slowly begin to look all the way back down, tucking your chin into the chest. Again, inhale, slowly look up. And then exhale, slowly look down. On your next inhale, come back into a neutral position, so bringing your chin parallel to the earth. And then from here, we'll look left to right. So we'll inhale in the center. And then exhale, look towards the left shoulder. On an inhale, slowly come back to center, look forward. And then exhale, slowly look to the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale to the left. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look to the right. On your next inhale, come back to center, look forward. And then exhale here. You can bring your hands to prayer or both hands to your heart. And just gently bring your mind back to what it is that you're grateful for today. Now, with what it is you're grateful for, while it is in your mind, we'll take a cleansing deep breath. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. And then sigh it out through the mouth. You can release your hands. And then from here, we're going to do some side body stretches. So interlace your hands in front of you. Push your palms away from your face. And then on an inhale, slowly stretch your arms up over your head. And then on an exhale, bring your arms over to the left. A little side body stretch. Inhale to come back to center. And then exhale to the right. And side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale again to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then on an exhale, release your hands. Slowly begin to cactus the. Inhale, come back to center. And then on an exhale, release your hands. Slowly begin to cactus the. Inhale, come back to center. And then on an exhale, release your hands. Slowly begin to cactus the. And then on an exhale, release your hands. Slowly begin to cactus the. Start over. We're going to just lift the arms up over your head on an inhale. And then on an exhale, slowly begin to cactus the arms. Bring your elbows to a 90-degree angle. Opening the chest. Inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. And then exhale, release your hands all the way down. So from here, we're going to move into a forward fold. So coming into standing, you can bring your feet about hip-width distance apart or feet together. And on an inhale, we'll stretch our arms up over your head. And then on an exhale, very slowly begin to fold forward. Imagine that you're bending from the hips. Bend your knees as generously as you need to. And come all the way into a forward fold. Again, don't be shy with bending your knees. Kind of noticing how your body feels. And from here, you can kind of place your hands on the ground or your fingertips on the ground. Or what I like to do is grab opposite elbows and just gently sway side to side. Allow your head to hang heavy here. And shake your head yes. And shake your head no. Shake your head maybe. And then release the hands. Micro bend the knees, tuck the chin into the chest, and inhale very slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Begin to rise all the way back up to standing. Again, take your time getting there. There's no need to rush to get there. Coming back into standing or Tadasana. So from here, we're going to begin to make our way onto our hands and knees. So it doesn't matter how you get there. Take your time getting there. Bring your knees underneath the hips, wrist underneath the shoulders. We're going to stretch our wrist out just a little bit here. So taking the right hand, begin to place the top of the right hand on the ground. And if this feels okay, you can kind of rock a little side to side. Again, just noticing any sensations you might be feeling in your hand or in your wrist, maybe even in the forearm or the bicep. And then release your right hand. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. So take your left hand and place the top of your left hand on the earth. And then if it feels good, gently rock side to side. If you need to bend your elbow here too, do so as generously as you need to. Release the left hand. And from here, we're going to do some cat-cows. So you can keep the tops, you can keep the tops of the feet pressing into the ground, or you can keep your toes on the ground. So your choice here. Wrists are underneath the shoulders and spread your fingers as wide as you can on the mat. So from here, on an inhale, slowly begin to drop the belly and gaze up. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, begin to slowly round the spine. Look towards your navel and push from the earth. Inhale again, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, push towards the earth. Inhale again, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, look towards your navel. On an inhale, come back into a neutral spine. Walk your knees together. If you did curl the toes, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale to gaze forward. And then exhale, sit your hips back onto your heels. And then begin to walk your forehead all the way to the mat. So we're going to be moving into a child's pose here. And from here, you can stretch your arms out in front of you. Another option here is to bring your arms down by your sides or behind you. And then if you would like more of a chest opener here, you can grab opposite elbows behind your back. So just kind of getting curious about your body, getting curious on what feels good today, and knowing that something that feels good today might not feel good tomorrow, and that's also okay. And wherever you're at, hold here and breathe. On your next inhale, slowly begin to make your way back into tabletop position. And from here, we're going to do some low lunges. So on an inhale, step your right foot in between your palms. You can keep your palms on the ground. You can also bring your fingertips to the earth. Another option here is to interlace your hands and place the tops of place your palms on the tops of your thigh. Another option here would be to stretch your arms up over your head. Wherever you're at, see if you can keep your knee above your ankle. And as always, continue to breathe. Take a big inhale here. And then on an exhale, place your palms on the ground and then slowly bring your right knee back behind you, coming back into tabletop position. So same thing on the other side. On an inhale, step your left foot in between your palms. And then take whatever variation you did on the other side. So either palms on the ground, fingertips on the ground, interlace your hands, hands on the tops of your thighs, or stretch your arms up over your head. Hold here and breathe. No, Marley. Sorry, that's my daughter. Love her, but I don't want her to be on the internet. Take an inhale here. And then on an exhale, slowly step your left knee back, coming back into the tabletop position. So from here, we're going to cross our legs behind our back and then slowly roll over into a seated position and straighten the legs out in front of you. So from here, we're going to be moving into a seated forward fold. So flex both of your feet towards your knees to protect the knees. And from here, just kind of noticing how you're feeling, maybe noticing any sensations on your legs, maybe noticing how the ground feels underneath your seat. And just noticing the breath. On your next inhale, begin to slowly raise your arms up over your head, lengthening the spine. And then on an exhale, begin to slowly fold forward, coming into a seated forward fold. So from here, you can place your hands on the tops of your thighs, on the tops of your calves, or you can reach forward and grab your feet. But again, there's no right or wrong. And wherever you're at, see if you can point your chest towards your feet. And you can always bend your knees as generously as you need to here as well. Take another inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release. Come all the way back up to a neutral position. And from here, we're going to do some twists. So if you want to keep your legs straight in front of you, you're more than welcome to. For this, I like to cross my legs, coming back into a crisscross applesauce. And we're just going to do some seated twist here. So on an inhale, begin to stretch your arms up over your head. And then on an exhale, drop your left hand to your right outer knee and drop your right hand down behind your back. The hand that is down behind your back, see if you can come up on the fingertips a little bit to help you sit up just a little taller. And then you can gaze forward or you can gaze towards your right shoulder. But wherever you're at, hold here and breathe. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And then exhale to twist. Inhale, lengthens. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly unwind, come back to center and reach your arms up over your head. And then exhale, same thing on the other side. So drop your right hand to your left outer knee, bring your left arm down behind your back, and come up on the back fingertips. And then you can look forward or you can look towards your left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Be gentle with yourself here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On an inhale, slowly unwind, come back to center and reach the arms up. Exhale, slowly begin to cactus the arms, elbows to a 90-degree angle. Open the chest. Inhale to lift your arms up over your head. And then exhale, release your hands. From here, we're going to begin to make our way onto our back. So take your time getting there. We're coming into our final resting pose or shavasana. So from here, if you would like to bring your knees into your chest, kind of rock side to side, go ahead and do so. If there's any other last movements you want to do for the practice, go ahead and move into those as well. Just pay attention to what feels good. Notice anything that you're noticing. And then when you're ready, you can either straighten your legs out in front of you, or you can bring your feet out wider than your hips and then allow your knees to touch in the center. You can relax your arms down by your sides, palms facing up or palms facing down. You can even place both hands on the heart, both hands on the belly, or one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Just getting comfortable. There's really nothing to do here besides to relax. So any support you need here to help you relax just a little deeper, go ahead and do so. And again, there's really no right or wrong. It's just about listening and learning what feels good for you today. And the reason why we do Shavasana is because it helps us to integrate the practice that we just did. So there's nothing to do besides relax and let go. So I'm going to turn my voice off, and in about a minute or so, I will cue us out of Shavasana. If you would like to stay in Shavasana for a little longer, please go ahead and do so. There's really no time limit on how long you can stay here. However, if you're ready to move out of Shavasana, then we'll begin to invite some movement back into our body. So you can begin to wiggle the fingers or wiggle the toes. Look to the left and look to the right. Straighten your legs out in front of you and stretch your arms up over your head. Make yourself as long as possible here. Doing a big stretch. Inhale and exhale. Bring your knees into your chest and slowly roll over onto the right side and place the right side of your face on your right bicep. Use your left hand, your right elbow to help push yourself back up into a seated position. Seeing if you can keep your eyes closed or your gaze softened here. And as you come into a seated position, again, just noticing any sensations in the body, noticing any thoughts or feelings that are coming up for you. And before we exit this practice, we're going to do a little pranayama practice. And it's really simple. It's called Brahmari breath or bee's breath. And the way that we're going to do this is that from a seated position, we'll begin to just take a deep inhale through the nose, and then as we exhale, we'll create a humming sound. So, creating the sound like a bee. So you can place your hands anywhere. You can place them on tops of your knees, tops of your thighs, or in your lap. And option to do a little mudra here. Again, totally your choice. We'll start with an Jnana mudra. So going back to the basics, connecting your index finger and your thumb. And then you can place your palms down or palms up. So we'll take one cleansing deep breath before we begin. So taking a deep inhale through the nose. And then sigh it out through the mouth. And we'll begin. So taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, creating a humming sound. We'll do that again, taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale to the humming sound. And last one, take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale to the humming sound. And then allow your breath to return back to its natural rhythm. You can slowly bring your hands to prayer to your heart. Take a moment to express some gratitude towards yourself. If you did stay for the whole practice, you are appreciated. And thank you for doing something to take care of yourself today. And when you're ready, you can release your hands from your heart. And if your eyes are still closed or your gaze is softened, you can gently begin to bring your eyes open. Take your time coming back into the space. And as you move through the rest of your day, be sure to drink some water. A lot of times yoga kind of moves a lot of energy in the body, even if we don't realize it. So just drinking water is really one of the simplest ways to kind of bring that energy back in. Tips, donations, never expected, but always, always appreciated. And if you want to ever take a full hour class with me, all the classes that I offer, they're all donation based. So you can come take an hour class with me for $2. This is what I love to do. I want to connect with people. And yeah, any questions, any feedback or comments, please let me know. I would love to be of support in any way that I can. And thank you all so much again for being here. Know that you are loved and appreciated. I appreciate everyone's sweet and generous comments. Someone said that I'm gonna do it with you. I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to do the practice. And if you did stay for the practice, I sincerely hope that you felt like you got something out of it. I like your hair. Thank you so much. Where's my water? Speaking of water. For any yoga related questions, if you have a question later on that maybe you don't think of right now, you can always email me or you can always reach out to me on Instagram. I do check my messages on there. And if there's no other questions or feedback or comments, again, you're loved, you're appreciated, and I hope you enjoy the entirety of your day. Again, drink lots of water, maybe say something nice to someone else, spread some kindness, spread some love, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.